Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Phoenix.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. She shared us out.
Tell
Anyone that
me.
comes in, and I'm Rhoda. We're from Crypt Keepers Haunts, and we're glad you guys are going to come in and sit with us tonight. Kel, tell them what we're going to be talking about and what we're going to be doing.
Well, we got the spirit box, and I thought, why not talk about some supernatural myths and urban legend type things? Because there's one I was telling Rhoda about in Tennessee, and she's not far from it.
Yeah, I'm not far from it at all. It's called Lover's Leap, and some crazy stuff went on there years ago, and it really blew my mind that Kel was looking up stuff in Tennessee, and she found out about Lover's Leap, and she was saying it Lover's Lane, and I'm like, "Are you talking about Lover's Leap?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's it." And I'm like, "Yeah, there was some crazy stuff went on there."
Yeah, like I was reading one story that there was this guy named Tom in the 20s. Now, this is probably like the urban legend part of it, but he was seeing this girl and they went up there and, to Lover's Lane or whatever we'll call it. And
Lover's Leap.
Lover's Leap. And that girl's husband found out and was skinning Tom alive kind of thing. And I was like, ew. And they say now that Tom's getting revenge on every lover and killing people. So it's like a
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger thing.
yeah. Back in the day, um, like I was telling Kel, this went on in the 70s and 80s. People would go to Lover's Leap, and they would be fooling around, having sex in their cars and whatnot, stuff that goes on with teenagers and adults that wanted to go to Lover's Leap. A lot of drug addicts went there also.
Yep.
And people would be in their cars. Next thing they know, this guy's whacking at them with a knife, and he was skinning them. Um, I had forgotten about Lover's Leap until Cal mentioned it to me, and it blew my mind that she had found that. So that's probably going to be one of the places that we go to here in the near future to do an investigation. Now, mind you, Lover's Leap is very dangerous at night because there's a big open area. You go down, and in the big open area, that's what they call Lover's Leap. Down below that's cliffs. So if you're not watching what you're doing and where you're stepping at, you're going to go down 1,000 or so feet.
That's why I would go in the daytime there. Because you could, the only reason people do investigations at night is because it's quieter. Like everyone's asleep. There's,
Yeah.
but you can catch stuff during the day too.
Yes.
I don't know if people know that about doing that kind of stuff. And
I've went. I've got a video right now that I did back in the summer with my husband and my brother and my grandson. We went up to Bethesda in the daytime because my brother's like, "Sis, you did your videos up here at Bethesda at night. And let me tell you, that is one of the most haunted places, cemeteries, that I've ever been into that holds so much history and so much blood has been shed on that ground. On the grounds up there because it was once a battlefield. But when we went up there, he's like, "Go during the day. Let people see what this looks like in the day." And it's beautiful. If you can see the beauty in a cemetery, it's old and it's beautiful. And like Kel said, if something's haunted, it's haunted, and you can dang well bet your butt that cemeteries are going to be haunted because people's going to be there.
Yeah.
Soldiers that's been killed on that ground's going to be there.
I've had people tell me that cemeteries weren't haunted once, and I was like, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah, just like hospitals are not haunted. Come on. How many people lose their lives in hospitals?
I seen a little girl spirit in the hospital. once when I went to visit someone's grandmother, not my grandmother, but one of my friend's grandmothers. And he went off to the bathroom, and I was waiting for him to get out. And all of a sudden I heard, hello. And I looked down, and there's this girl, and she's like, I'm looking for my mom.
Wow.
And I kind of like, because she looked solid to me until like someone passed me and went through her. And I went, oh.
Right.
I mean,
Let me tell you what my brother did to me one time. My grandfather had passed away, right?
mm-hmm.
And we went to the funeral home. I was 7 years old when my grandfather passed away. It's my mom's dad. And I was already, I was little, and I was already seeing things. I didn't want to go in there. Well, my dad told us to stay outside and play. So we was walking around the funeral home, and we was all playing. And this is my older brother. Me and my little brother and my big brother was outside playing. So we started walking around the funeral home, and we seen the doors open around back, and I guess that's where they had took the people in at,
Mm-hmm.
that they had brought to do the services on. Well, we was curious, and we walked in there, and they had coffins in there. So my brother's like, well, let's go look and see what's over there. We go up, and my brother Chris runs and shuts us in that garage. And we was terrified. I'm telling you, because we seen something moving back near where the steps was at.
Yeah.
And all we saw was a black thing, and it was coming towards us. Honey, my little brother broke that wooden garage door down for us to get out of there. And we went around. I mean, everybody in the funeral home heard us screaming at the top of our lungs. My daddy come out there, and when he walked around there and saw what we had done, oh my God, you talking about somebody getting their butts burnt up, boy. My dad let us have it. He said, you get around here and sit down right now. He said, what made you go in there? And we didn't want to tell on my older brother because we didn't want him getting a whipping. And my little brother's like, we was just curious. That terrified me, me being little like that and already seeing things.
Yeah.
And to be shut up in that place, knowing what it was. And, still as I'm an adult, I don't like to go to those places. And, me being a ghost hunter, I just get an uneasy feeling when I go in them.
Like,
it's like constant ringing in my ears,
Mm-hmm. I think you're more of a medium than Rhoda.
My mom's always said that.
It's just you're afraid to open yourself more, and I was for the longest time.
Yeah.
And now I don't care.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. We was talking about this, right?
Yeah, and like here's another one, okay? Get this. Has anyone heard of the Lake Shawnee Amusement Park in West Virginia?
I have.
Okay.
Hasn't some of the major YouTubers have been there, Kel, to Lake Shawnee?
I know, but I want to think not only they have been, but I think some actual TV people have too.
That's what I'm saying. Some of the major not major YouTubers, major, paranormal investigators that we watch have been there to Lake Shawnee.
Yeah, see, because I need to see if my friend will let me see his pictures to put them up on our page. But he went there, and he said it was creepy. He caught some orbs. One of the swings were swinging by itself when they had the swings up. I think the only thing left now, because, the person who owns that basically just brought some of those stuff back in, because when they closed the park, the amusement park, they took all that stuff down, but to make it eerie, when he had it, he brought some stuff back.
Right.
But some of the legend on that is it's Native American, the Shawnee Indians cursed that land. And there was a girl who got killed in the 70s, I think it was 70s, where she was swinging on the swing and a truck backed up into her and killed her.
Wow,
And
Phoenix said she's heard of Lake Shawnee too.
And then there is another story where another young boy drowned in the lake there, the lake area, swimming hole thing they have. And there's been some other deaths there, and they think it's because the Shawnee Indians cursed.
Probably did.
But I need to see if my friend will see if he saws the pictures and would let me use them.
That'd be cool.
Because I saw them. And
hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta open the door.
All right, I'll keep them occupied. But yeah, funny guys. It's up near Princeton, West Virginia. Telling them that Shawnee's near Princeton, West Virginia. That's like maybe 2 hours away from me.
I want to go to Waverly Hills.
Yeah,
that's where I want to go.
I still want to go to the Allegheny Lunatic Asylum, Weston down here. But the woman wants too much money for paranormal investigators.
Yeah. I mean,
and I know some of the people who worked there, like as tour guides and stuff.
Right.
So I know all the story and stuff. I should tell them sometime.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, it's like
yes. Yes, it has. That little black one has it, but Sage has. Sage just went out a while ago when I let him out. Yes.
Anyway, so I'll tell you this really quick story that one of my friends told me that worked there. Okay, at the Weston. On the 4th floor, everyone feels usually like there's something that climbs on their back. And the 4th floor was the psych ward, and there was this one person that used to do that when she was alive. So usually when people go up there and say they feel a weight on their back, it's the spirit.
Oh yeah.
And
you ever been somewhere and you got the hairs literally stand on end and you got goosebumps everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
That happens to me every time my ears start ringing and my chest feels real heavy. That's when I know that I got a spirit right next to me every time.
Yeah, it's like I kind of the woman who has the wedding thing. She has a little Halloween party where she sections off and has like people dressed up and scares you. And my sister went one year, and my sister was like, "You want to go?" I was like, "No, because I want real ghosts to scare me, not this fake crap that she's doing." I said, because I'd end up punching someone that would come out and try to scare me. And then
okay, now that we're talking about myths and legends, what do you think about Slender Man?
He is for the entity, I believe. This is me. Everyone else can leave their comments, whatever. But to me, Slender Man is one of those topas, I believe it's what it's called, where people start believing it. And it's like a chain, like a telephone.
Yes.
And then it manifests into something real.
There you go. You just took it exactly what I was going to say. When you think it and you manifest it,
and so many
it'll
people,
happen.
And it spreads, it can manifest.
Yeah. I think that's what goes along with Randonautica, the app, okay? Because it says if you manifest it, You got to think your intent, right?
Yep. That's with
And
anything.
whatever your intent is, you're manifesting it right there because you're thinking it. And however that app knows what you're manifesting, I mean, you got to speak what your intent is.
If it's good,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah. Like if you want to find creepy, it's going to take you and let you find something creepy. If you want to find death, it's going to show you death. And, you know, a lot of people's like, oh, this app. No, let me tell you, that app is very real. And how they're able to do that, I'll never know. It blows my mind because it's got you thinking, okay, how did somebody get here? Or how did somebody know just by looking at that little pin? Because it gives you a pin for you to follow, it, you know, like a GPS.
Yeah.
You follow that, and it takes you, the closer you get, it'll tell you. And when you get right up on it, it's just going to start bleeping. It's going to show you, yeah, you're here. Look for it. And when we found that wallet up there in the cemetery, that blew my mind. I'm like, no. I said, this is really scary. Somebody intentionally laid that there, and I don't know if that was blood or if that was fake blood or what. There wasn't a shitting thing in that wallet, but it had a symbol on the front of it. And I thought, why would somebody leave that here? Yeah, my intention was money, but the damn wallet was empty.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the scavenger hunt thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like geocaching.
That's what I was trying to think of. My brain wasn't letting me.
Now,
It's go ahead.
Go ahead. Me and Kelly do this to each other all the time.
I was just oh, never mind. Forgot what I said. It's like a flash of lightning. One brilliant flash and it's gone.
Phoenix, I was sitting here a while ago talking to Kel, and they was the biggest orb came up in my face and went poof up into the ceiling. I looked at Kel, I'm like, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Of course she couldn't see it because I was looking at it because my camera was facing me. So I don't know what asked me because I was so excited. I'm like, did you see that?
I said,
She's like,
cold.
what? You saw an orb, didn't you? I said, a great big one. A great big one.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I'll tell you one thing I saw. I was doing some spiritual work, and I was blessing my house, and I know a priest, and I was just wanting to do the Lord Michael's prayer in Latin, in what it's meant to sound like, not English.
My daughter does too, Phoenix.
Sorry.
Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
It's okay. And so I'm sitting here on my bed with some sage, like looking down and saying the Lord's Prayer in Latin, right? Like, the Archangel Michael prayer, I mean. And all of a sudden, this biggest orb came like through the wall, hovered over me, and then went through the other wall.
Mm.
And I had this really high-pitched, like, sound in my ear. And I'm getting to the point that I know when my ear has a certain frequency, if it's an angel or a deity.
Right.
And if it's a regular spirit. Like, if it's a regular spirit, it's low. And if it's like an angel, it's more high-pitched. Like, really.
Okay. Now, you've just answered something for me.
Okay.
Because I've always wondered how I would tell the difference, okay? And whenever we're going places, it'll start out as a low beep, then it'll get louder and louder, and like it's just boom, boom, boom in my ear. So is that's an angel?
It can be, depending on the person, because if it's a lower dimensional spirit, like people call them demons, right? It's a lower vibration. But then if it's a regular human, to me at least, right? Depending on what room I'm in, what situation, you know what I mean, what house or whatever.
Right.
If it's a regular human spirit, it's got a medium type tone for me, but it's different for everybody. And some people say they only get ringing in one ear. Some people say they get ringing in both.
I get it in
I
both.
I get it mainly here when it's a human spirit,
Left one.
and when it's an angel, it's usually my right. And the freakiest thing is, and this is how I explain it, if any viewers watch Supernatural and you hear the sound of the angels, like the sound they use for the angels, like the real high pitch frequency, that's sort of what I hear.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's sort of, but it's a little different.
Right.
That's the only way I can explain it to people. It's like if you have tendinitis and you have that ringing, and it's not like a bell or anything, but it's like a real hum. It's like a high-pitched hum or vibration in my eardrum. But that, I was like, oh, okay, here's Michael. Michael's here. Because when I did that Michael prayer and that big orb came, it's like I knew what it was. I'm like, hey, Mike, what's up?
Wow. Let me tell you, when my little brother passed away, I had went down there that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I told you that I got that same feeling on me that I got when my dad passed away.
Yeah.
It was just that nagging feeling, and I could feel that something bad was going to happen. I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought, well, if I don't speak it, it won't happen. So I didn't say anything, and we was on our way back from mom and dad. Well, I still call it mom and dad's, you know, because that's mom and dad's home. We was on our way back, and it was just gnawing on me like it almost made me sick. Went home and I prayed about it. And sometime it went, I guess it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, phone started ringing. And I knew, I felt it again. I thought, oh man, I don't want to answer this phone. I know it's going to be bad news. Well, I answered it. It's my brother telling me, get down there, that my baby brother, you know, he would have been 21 years old. The next 2 weeks, the prior 2 weeks, he'd have been 21. He had severe Down syndrome. He had passed away. Well, Mama said that she had went to bed about 9:30. She went over and laid with Stephen on his bed, and he didn't want her on the bed. He kept kicking her off. So she went over and laid in her daddy's bed. And she said about 1 o'clock, her bedroom door came open. She got up and looked and walked through the house. Everybody was in bed asleep. She said she went and got back in bed, closed her eyes and dozed off again. Door came open again. And when she looked towards the door, she seen something move towards Stephen's bed. And yes, Phoenix, on your mind manifestation, that's true. She looked towards that bed, and she said there was a great big white mist. It was a cloud, literally covering the whole front of my brother's bed. Kel, what was that?
What was what?
That sound, did you not hear it?
Yeah, I did. Anyone else hear it? That was weird.
Yeah, that was crazy. But you know, I told my mom, I said, Mom, I said, you was probably witnessing Dad taking Stephen with him to heaven. She saw my brother's soul leaving his body, more or less.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, that was a gift that she got to see that.
I saw my mom's when she passed away. It's freaky.
Don't make it no easier, does it, Kel?
Nope. I mean, I think it's supposed to, but it doesn't.
No.
I mean, one of my gifts, and I call it a gift, but it's not one that I don't wish on anyone, but I can tell when someone's going to die just by the way they look. Like their face looks like a skeleton to me, and I don't like it.
That's what I'm saying. I knew it. I knew it when I felt it. I felt it in that house, and I'm like, oh God, I don't want this, you know. Don't want this. That's not a gift in my mind. That's a curse.
Well, you have to look. to me, I look at it as a gift because I think my spirit guides want me to see how people move on.
Yeah.
So I kind of see that. I hate it because, you know, our friend Josh passed away, and
Mhm.
I knew it like a couple weeks.
Instantly.
Yeah, I
You
knew a
called me. Yes.
couple.
Before our friend passed away, him and Kel was closer than him and I because they talked more.
Not
But Josh
only
was like
that,
a brother to all of us, you know.
not only
She
that,
called me.
Polynesian people. You know the Polynesians.
She
You're
called me and she said, I'm not trying to speak this. She said, but I'm just telling you. She said, we're not going to have Josh much longer. I said, what are you talking about? Well, Josh ended up getting sick and going to the hospital. They went in to do a lung biopsy. And as soon as they did that, she felt it. She called me crying. She said, we've lost Josh.
yeah.
They come on 30 minutes later and announced that he had passed away. As soon as they went in his lungs to do that biopsy, it killed him.
Yeah, it was like the next day. Like they did the lung biopsy. He talked to me like, and he was really weak at that point, but he was sending me messages like over text messages because he was FaceTiming me too still, which was weird. And I said, Josh, save your energy. Won't you just text me, hon? And well, you know, he wasn't FaceTime, but he was calling me, I should say, because he never wanted anyone to see
Yeah.
what he looked like. Because
Yeah.
but he would talk to me still. And I said, save your energy. And he, like, the last message he sent me was that one song. It's like, When I See You Again. It's been a long time, you know.
Yeah.
And he sent me that audio clip, and I found it so odd. I was like, Josh, why? Like me trying to be the uplifting person. I was like, Josh, it'll be okay. You'll be fine. And that's the last message I got from him. And then he went into basically a coma after they did the biopsy. He passed away a couple of days later.
Yeah.
And I remember being out with my dad, and I just kept checking my phone, and my dad's like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm waiting for something. Because I saw Josh's spirit that morning, and his spirit had already left his body, even though they still had him, you know, hooked up and everything, and he
Right.
was still technically breathing, but his spirit was gone. And he looked at me and said, I just want people to be Disney happy. Will you make sure of that? And I said, well, Josh, you know, it's pretty hard because you know people are going to cry. He's like, well, you
Yeah.
want them to. I was like, I understand that, sweetie. And he asked me to keep in contact with his family and his partner, which I still do. But it's just the fact that he wanted me to know that. And then he was gone, and like I was out and about when his partner messaged me, and I started crying.
Everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
If you could have met him, he was such a bright, beautiful light in this world.
He
And
was.
this young man, he always
Anyone
would
he
hold a smile. Even on his shittiest days, he would try to smile.
Yep, he would. And he would, it's like if you were around him, you were happy automatically. There was just something about his spirit. He was just the type that would, like, he could look at you and you'd be like, "Mhm." You know, it
Yeah.
was, yeah, he was Ohana to me, and he always
You
will
know,
be.
I was just thinking, he's here with us right now, and you know that.
He is.
I was just watching a song you did earlier on TikTok, the Hocus Pocus song, and
Mhm.
it took me back to the video that you and him did. I love that skit you guys did so much.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was so cool.
I still have that somewhere. Yeah,
We need to put that on our channel.
Josh is actually here because I'm getting the goosey bumps.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's here with us right now. I can feel him.
He's just like, yeah, he's
He
amazing.
drummed us. He got in our minds, didn't he?
Oh yeah. And I loved his mom. She always would, like, when he lived with his mom, and he was on FaceTime with me, and she'd go, who you talking to? And he's like, Kel. He's like, My daughter from another mister?
His mom and dad passed away too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. On, like, oddly enough, here, that's another person I knew that was going to pass away. Because I was talking to her on this app we shared called Marco, and she and I would talk on there privately sometimes. And she's talking to me, and it was like the day before Easter Sunday, like a couple years ago, about 2 years ago, I think. Lord knows, I forgot. Anyway, that was on Easter Sunday. She passed away of heart failure, and I think she died of a broken heart. But I just looked at her, and when we were talking, I said, "Well, I love you," and she's like, "Love you too," you know. And then I went to one of my other friends' house, and I was like, you know, Josh's mom and Josh is going to be reunited soon. And then the next day, she was gone.
Wow.
And it blew my other friend away. She's like, "How do you know that?" Like, she like, some people are like, "How do you know?" I was like, "I don't know how to explain it to y'all." It's
Phoenix,
just
did you go look at that picture that Kel posted of
Amber.
Amberly?
On the Crypt Keepers Haunts Facebook group.
Yeah, that's crazy. She's got another one. Don't you have another one that shows the guy standing behind her?
That's the same picture. It's yeah, like zoom in the picture to see.
Yeah,
Like,
if you look close, you can see the guy standing back. There's a man standing behind her back there too.
it's a soldier that protects her.
Mm-hmm.
Same soldier that was, I think, killed the same time
Yeah,
she.
she's seen it.
Mm-hmm. And then if you look in that one little house, there's a reflection. That's when I had the haunted Bible in that building, and the spirit was attached to the Bible, so it was in the building because I want that spirit in my bedroom.
The one you had in your room when all that crazy stuff started happening?
Yeah, I still have that Bible in my room now, but I keep it blessed.
What?
It's in my room now.
You have lost your mind, sister.
Well, I keep it kind of like calmed down now because I bless it every once in a while, and I just keep it from people. But there had a man attached to that Bible, and he was keeping a hold of his wife's spirit too with him. He wouldn't let her go, even in death. So I kind of got them to move away and broke their connection and stuff.
Phoenix says I'll have to download it to my phone and then try to show it up on my Roku because I can show stuff on Roku through my phone. That's cool, Phoenix.
Yeah,
My iPad does that.
my Fire Stick does that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
But yeah, it's like
I'm gonna tell you.
there's also an image in the tree in that picture too. Like, there's a lot. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you hear that thump?
Uh-huh.
It was on this wall here where I had my head against. I kind of felt the vibration.
Might be Josh for giving you a little sign.
I don't know, but whatever it was, it made me go.
I seen you.
But I have other haunted items too, like some other haunted books. And by haunted, I mean they have energy attached to them. They're like not like smart or intelligent hauntings attached, but the residual energy stuck to them. There's
Me
some
and
like
Kel was talking one night, and her friend Michelle was there. Well, she was sitting in the bedroom. Kel had walked outside because it was a beautiful summer night. She'd walked outside to get some air. We was talking, and all of a sudden, Michelle starts calling Kel's phone, telling Kel, "You need to come inside now." There's something just literally raised her bed up with Michelle on it and bounced it off the floor. Well, Kel goes in there and she's seen the big black thing, and it come from that Bible. She told me, she said, "I'll have to call you back." She called me back about an hour later. We was video chatting, and It took her about 30 minutes to get that thing. She said, and it made the awfulest sound when it went off the top of her roof. She said, she said, I blessed the hell out of this thing. It went flying out the top of the roof.
Did. And Michelle, like, you
The
remember
one
when
said you literally blessed the hell out of it.
Yes, did. Oh, but I thought it was funny because when I was coming back here into the room, even Michelle was going, "Hell, hurry up!" And she was just like frozen on the bed with her phone in her hand, and she's like, And I looked up
That
and
would freak me out.
I was like, "Oh, hello," and I took the water. I was like, "Be gone." I mean, it was more serious than that because I do take banishing things seriously, but
Yes.
I was like, "Go away. Damn, no one wants you."
Well, you know, Phoenix is putting up laughing, crying, smiley emojis. One night, Kimmy and Dwayne was sitting here. That's when I told you that jury box was sitting on the counter over there. You know, I told you I felt something bad about that jury box.
Mm-hmm.
They saw a man literally walk through the door, and it walked over next to that box and then disappeared. That right there told me that man was attached to that jury box. That's when I said, that thing's going out of here. Well, I put it in the garage, right?
Yeah.
Put it in the garage, and my little brother was out there. He come busting through that door. He said, that damn doll moved out there. He said, that jewelry box that you had in that little zip tote thing it came in, it started playing music. Well, I said, that's it. That box has got to go. I was going to take it and burn it. And then I got to reading. Oh, don't burn things. Bury it. Well,
bury it and salt it.
Yeah. This girl comes over here and she claimed to be a professional paranormal investigator.
She was not.
She said, no. She said, I want that jury box. I said, you sure you want that jury box? I said, I'm telling you, there's an attachment on that jury box. Yeah, I want it. I want to go home and do a spirit box session on it. I said, well, you sure have at it. I said, I love doing what I do, but I don't want it coming in my home. Well, she takes that box. They put it up in the barn. It come a big storm that night. Well, they knew they had to get back because her windshield wipers didn't work. They pull up in that driveway, and the first thing they saw was that barn. The doors flew open, and they said they saw a man standing there, a black figure of a man. The moonlight was shining right on him.
Mm-hmm.
She said they like killed each other getting out of their car and getting in the house. I said, well, what'd you do with that box? She said, girl, she said, remember I called and told you I was going to burn it. Well, once you called and told me that, I said, don't you dare burn that damn box. I said, you got to go dig a hole and bury it. There's some salt on it. I said, say a prayer too. Well, yeah.
She could also like put it in a hole, put sea salt or that pink Himalayan or even the black sea salt on it before she buried it.
Right, Phoenix, you're exactly right. She said sometimes being called a professional means you get paid. Maybe somebody gave her a dollar to go away. No, Phoenix, you got to go on my channel. This girl is on one of my videos, okay? Because she claimed.
Is that the one that got afraid when she had the spirit box?
Yes, that's her. Phoenix, you got to go watch that video. This girl claimed that she was the shit. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a fun investigation. So we take her to the most haunted cemetery that's in Tennessee. Okay, we go to it, and she would never get too far away from me. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody got there and they scattered out. We all go our own ways.
Delusional.
This
table of one.
This girl's like, well, I'm going to stay a little bit close to you, and this is the first time I've ever been to this cemetery. I said, well, honey, it don't matter what cemetery we go to. They're all the same. They're going to be haunted. You're going to pick up something. Well, like I said, she wasn't too far away from me. Her boyfriend disappears. Now, if you see somebody coming towards you with a flashlight and you can't see who it is, you're going to freak out. because we was asking, who is that? And he never would say his name. I was getting ready to spray him with pepper mace
That'd be
because I
funny.
thought, this is some idiot walking through the graveyard and they're going to get crazy, you know? Well, I then yanked out my mace. I'm getting ready to spray this boy. And then finally he said, it's me. That you can hear that girl cussing him. She's like, when you get home, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to lie. That freaked me out too. I'm not scared of ghosts, but I am scared of live humans.
Yeah.
But anyway, we go on down there. She wanted to play with the spirit box. I said, fine. Because I knew I was going to get to, she was videoing on my camera. I was going to get to look at that footage. Me and her boyfriend's talking, and I'm like, dude, did she threaten to whoop your ass all the time? And he's like, well, yeah, she is way bigger than I am. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't let anybody do you like that. And about that time, here she comes busting up through there. Oh, God, get this. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, what? She said, get this thing. It said my name. It said I'm in danger. I'm like, Mary, you're going to freak out. You're supposed to be a professional, private, a paranormal investigator. And you're going to freak out over a damn spirit box saying you're in danger.
Man,
And
the spirit box tell me to get the hell out, and they're going to.
Yes. I look at her boyfriend. I said, I want to know the truth about something. I said, she's not been doing this very long, has she? He said, well, between me and you, he said, I thought she's full of shit from the first day she said it. I'm like, okay. Hey, look, I don't, just like Phoenix said, I will not ever claim that I'm a profession at nothing, because you learn something every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm still growing. What are you talking about?
Yes. I learn something new every day.
Ruby, move the butt. Sorry, little shiny
Thanks.
butt.
I'll have to look that. It's one of the at Bethesda. It's I can't remember the name of it. But you just have to look at my YouTube channel. It's on there, and I'm like, and let me tell you what this girl did. Once they get home, now you guys know, if you get touched, much less scratched by something, you're going to notice it right then and there when it happens.
Yeah.
You're not going to wait an hour later when you get home and then send somebody pictures and say, look what was on so-and-so's back. I seen that, and I'm like, I'm not even going to comment back to her on this because it really pissed me off. That looked like she took her hands and scratched down his damn back. And I'm like, well, why didn't Jacob say something when that happened? I said, a scratch that deep, you're going to feel it.
Do you remember? Do you remember when I did that investigation at that house and I got punched in the back by that unseen thing?
Yes.
I noticed it right then and there, but it didn't become a goose egg until the next day, but I sure as heck felt it.
Right. You're going to feel it, Kel. No matter what, you're going to feel it. And especially, you know how it burns when you get scratched, especially in the summertime where you're going to be sweating and your sweat's going to get down in it. It's going to set you on fire even worse.
I bet I would more investigations. And I'm not saying I'm a professional. I've done a whole bunch, okay? And I've been seeing stuff since I was 7 years old. You know.
Right.
I'm better than that girl. I don't like her. No offense. I hope she doesn't watch this, but I don't like her energy. Not what I'm hearing.
Hang on, Sissy.
Let's put
Let
this
me tell you.
I don't like her.
Hang on. There we go. You back? My back.
Yeah, what happened?
Let me tell you, Kel. I don't care if she does watch it, because I'll call a fake person out just short as I'm sitting here.
That's what I'm doing. I mean, I have no. no problem with someone wanting to paranormal investigate. But
Yes.
if you're going to, okay, have you ever watched, and it's an old episode of Ghost Hunters, where they're in that prison and all of a sudden you hear one of them go, "Dude, run!" That's something you don't do. And I think that was Brian. It was on the first season. It's been a long time. And he was like, "Dude, run." You
I'm gonna
don't
tell you,
do that.
when you grow up and you're seeing things like that as a kid coming in and out of your house, I think from that age is when you start learning. And you know what you learn yourself to know what to look for,
Okay.
That's
I'll tell you
why
guys.
that's why a lot of people, my grandson, he's almost 12 years old. He
Can't believe
loves going on ghost hunts, and that child is fearless. And I want him to be fearless. I don't want him to be afraid of spirits.
No.
But I also try to teach him the difference in them too.
Mm-hmm.
And not to never take anything like that for granted. And he don't.
No.
But a lot of people's like, don't he get scared doing that? No. He loves it.
When I was his age, it never scared me either. I mean, I wasn't really afraid of the spirits. I was just like, what the crap are you on? But what really got me, I'll tell you a story when I think I've told you this, Rhoda, but it was when I was 6 or 7 years old, and we lived in a house that was surrounded by cornfields, okay? And I was asleep in my bed, but I woke up for some reason because something was telling me to wake up. And I felt like I had paralysis, when they say you can get sleep paralysis and can't move, can't speak. But there's this thing, and I still kind of don't know what it is, but I think it was some interdimensional being of some sort. But it felt like it was draining my psychic or my mediumship energy. It was like feeding off me. And it looked like Bigfoot is what I'm trying to say. It was like really thin, and it was hairy, and it just looked disgusting. I mean, it had sharp teeth, it looked ape-like, it just looked, and it scared me. The only reason it scared me is because I couldn't move. It wasn't the fact that it was there, but I felt like my energy was being drained. And I just remember trying to yell for my dad and mom. And finally I got it out. And by the time my dad switched the light on, it was gone.
See, isn't that crazy? I think we've all, sometime in our life, have experienced something like that. And it was something that was so traumatic that it froze in your memory forever, like that time I told you that all the neighborhood kids was, we was playing hide and go seek, and me and my friend Stacy run up in this little like a path, and we was hiding because 2 or 3 other people went down that path and was hiding. We knew our boundaries and where we could go hide, and that's one of the spots we picked. When we got behind that
Bigfoot, didn't you?
Girl, I'm telling you, Kel, Dwayne still tells me that was probably somebody dressed up in an ape suit. Dwayne, I was 7 years old. I know when we heard that damn sapling break, and we
Did you
looked
hear
back
a weird kind of bird sound? Because the Bigfoots make this weird type. It sounds like a bird squall or something to me.
Kel, we didn't hear anything that I can remember. All I remember was hearing. I did hear the sapling break. It was a pretty. It was about that. It's about that big around, okay?
Yeah.
That you or I would have just took our hands and popped it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it was a little tiny one.
And it was, the sapling was a good 10 foot tall. And for that thing to break it like that, right middle ways of the thing, and just break it. And when it stood up, and that's what got our attention when we heard that. I mean, literally right behind us. And when we turned around, the thing stood up. Kel, all I seen was a big hairy thing looked like a man. And when we didn't waste no
Big
time, we
Bigfoot.
started screaming and dusted ass out there. We
Bigfoot
went
does
on.
okay, like you guys may think I'm weird, but I believe Bigfoot does exist because I hear a lot of stories. And not only that, but I think he's an integral, or she, I think it's a whole breed of them, okay?
Yes. Well, you know the first one that they ever seen. What was that man's name that caught it on video?
Oh, I saw him on Hunting Bigfoot the other day.
He was. They found out that that was a female because you could see her breast when she
Yeah.
turned to the side. You could see that it was a female from her boobs. So she had babies.
Yeah, not only that, but they have a real high pitch to them and they can make you sick. Like by the way they sound and stuff. I mean, I've not seen a Bigfoot,
You living up on the hills of West Virginia, girl?
but I do.
They're all over up there.
I know they are. But what I'm saying is they're interdimensional. That means they can come in and out of wherever else they live. It's like,
Welcome, Rain.
hi. But we're talking about Bigfoot. Ruby doesn't like to watch anything with Bigfoot. My pug doesn't like to watch anything with Bigfoot because then she starts barking at it. But have you guys watched Hunting Bigfoot where they did that 3-week expedition?
Yes.
And found
Anything,
those
I love
caves.
stuff like that. Those documentaries, I love watching them. We get a few more people in here, guys. We'll either mess with the necrophonic or the
Spirit box.
spirit box, and Kel can do some readings. I think Phoenix had said a while ago, "Yay, shiny pug!" So she must have seen Ruby.
She did because I went like this.
Phoenix says, "Okay, I'll admit it. I'm the Bigfoot. I ran out of shavers and toothpaste."
Well, to me, when I was a little kid, I couldn't pronounce Bigfoot right. I looked at my mom once. I was like, why do they call it Bigfoot? Doesn't it have 2 feet?
So what was you gonna call it, Big Feet?
Yeah. I was like, wouldn't it be Big Feet? And my mom looked at me and laughed and went, well, you got a point.
Rain Raging, that is a pretty name.
That is.
I like that. Well, speaking of Bigfoot, I'm watching Bigfoot show right now. Didn't you know it's on?
Are you watching Discovery Plus?
I am.
I mean, I'm going to take this time to say I had too much of my Skinny Brew coffee, and now I feel like Beavis.
Where's Butthead?
I don't know.
Hey,
You are.
you're blonde hair, not brown hair, so we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Hey,
if anyone.
Wayne's World, it's party time.
Okay, Wayne. But if anyone would like to know more about the Skinny Brew, because it has a lot of caffeine and it keeps you full and all this stuff, yummy stuff.
Does your coffee help you burn fat?
Yes, it does.
Well, as much as I drink of mine, I'd say so.
I know, right? But yes, if you guys want to know more about this, find me on Facebook.
Yeah, gosh, you can get some samples.
Yeah, they're like $15 a sample for free because I got into my own sample packs because I was out and I needed something. But they're yum.
Ugh.
I can hook you up with stuff like collard green. I like collard greens, but super greens. Oh God, I know what I'm thinking. Anyway, yeah, coffee.
Phoenix said, "I walk with my feet close together to fool the humans." Well, hey, you know, Phoenix, if Bigfoot really thought about it, that's what he should do too. That might fool them. Or if he, put them like this and walk, that'd really look funny.
Have you noticed the Bigfoot when he walks, or she,
Thank
whatever?
you, Rain. I appreciate that.
I'm not trying to push my product, but advertising. What? Anyway.
Hey, I might like that coffee.
I know I do.
I'm stuck on Starbucks. And when I don't have that, I go to Folgers Black Silk.
That's French roast, by the way.
Oh yeah, even
So you
better.
would like
Even
it. But yeah, it's like you would think. I think the Bigfoot only has like 4 toes, if I'm correct. The way he walks, it looks like he only has 4. And they like
Well,
to
they say it's got 5, but
it's the
that
picture.
big toe looks odd.
Yeah, big
You know
toe.
what I mean?
It looks like it's connected to the other one, kinda, or something. Like it's webbed a little bit.
I'm going to tell you guys, I don't live far from Panther Creek, okay? And hello, Southern Belle. How are you tonight, doll? Welcome, everyone. I don't live far from Panther Creek Park. Well, I'm sitting here in the sun. My little brain up there's thinking, and I thought, well, I know we have bobcats up here in the park.
Well, that was
And I
where
thought, man,
do all the things.
that would make a great place for Bigfoot to live. With the lake right there and all the foliage that it could ever think of. I thought, well, I might, I thought about going up there and doing a video just to walk through to see if we saw anything. Well, I was telling my daughter about it. I'm like, we should go up there and do a video. And she's like, Mom, I'm not going up there and do no video. She said, you looked on Facebook, and I'm like, for what? She said, I don't know whether somebody did it or whether we have our own Bigfoot. She said, because they had found 2, feet prints that ended up being almost 18 inches long. And not many humans can say they got an 18-inch long foot.
Unless they're a really tall football player.
Yeah.
Like Shaq. I think his foot is like 21.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I thought, well, we went, okay? And we was walking around, and it wasn't really the Bigfoot that I was fearing finding. I was afraid, one of our mountain lions might come out on us because it being pretty out.
Can you guys still see?
Yeah, we can see you. Well, we're standing there and we're taking pictures and looking around. About this time, we was talking about. I said, you might want to look up in the trees. I said, because mountain lions climb in the trees to look for their prey. I'll be damned about that time. Here come a dude down through there on a mountain bike. He come flying up on me so fast, girl. I dropped my camera and everything. Thought I was going to pass out. I didn't thought a lion had me. One of those mountain lions that got me. And I pulled my knife out and I went to jab just out of reflex, He was like, Mom, what was you going to do? Kill that man? I said, no. I said, I thought it was a damn mountain lion jumping out of me.
Oh, my. I actually saw a bear once when I was camping, and I don't camp. I did when I was a kid. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, there is like this garbage can that was maybe 50 feet, like a football field, like half a football field away from us. And this bear was so smart, and I know it's not paranormal, but I just thought this would be funny to say. It kind of the bear would pick up the trash can, get something out of it, eat it. But then when he saw the Green Ranger truck coming, put the lid down, run back into the woods. And when the Ranger truck would leave, he'd come back out and dig in the trash.
Wow.
Don't tell me that was a smart bear.
Oh, yeah. I'm wanting to go investigate Cades Cove cabins. And we was supposed to done that last week, and we didn't do it because Kimmy wasn't feeling good. So I'm not going to make plans. I'm one of those people that if I make plans that don't fall through, I have to just get up and go do it.
Yeah, it's me.
So hopefully this weekend I'll make it to Cades Cove, and I'll get to investigate those cabins. But I'm also wanting to do that blindfold challenge with the headphones on to do the spirit box session because I'm anxious to see what that's going to turn out to be.
As long as you have something to ask the question.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to have somebody with me to ask questions because it wouldn't turn out right with just me doing it, you know.
No, sorry,
You're
hear
not
that.
going to be able to hear it,
Sorry if you're.
but I can't wait to do that. Well, y'all want to play with the necrophonic app?
Yeah, let's do that one.
We'll do spirit box. Anybody out there, if you have a loved one that you'd like to hear from, put their name in the chat, and let's see if we can't get them to come through. But before we do that, I'm going to say a prayer. And if you want to, I'd appreciate if you join in with me, because I always do that. I don't want bad things coming in my home.
Just
So
put your
Father God,
intentions out there if you aren't the praying type.
we thank you, Father, for dying on the cross for our sin. Lord Jesus, as I do this, I'm not aiming to disrespect anybody. Father, I ask you that you walk in my home, protect me from any harm or evil, and protect us all, Father God, from this virus that's going around the world. Thank you for dying on the cross for our sins. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, let's see what we can get through the necrophonics. Maybe the Bigfoot is in the type of environments that can sustain their needs. Yeah,
I think
because
that
you
too.
look at it, yes, if you look at it, the way they're tearing down all these trees, they're flushing these animals out to different, they're going to find different homes to go to that's going to have what they need, you know?
I think it's odd that one of the governors, I think it's Kentucky, I'm not sure, that wants to make a Bigfoot hunting license.
Really? To go hunt for Bigfoot?
Yeah, because he's trying
I
to
just
get
heard that. I just heard that on the news the other day.
the reason
I
they want
thought,
reason
that's
they want to go
crazy.
to that is so he can get tourism in Kentucky.
Wow.
Like, I don't know, is our governor gonna make a Mothman hunting license?
Yeah, no shit. Thank you, Southern Belle.
What's Southern Belle say?
She said amen when I prayed. Okay, guys, give me a second. It's loading necrophonic. I was telling Kel, hold on, I'm loading the wrong one. I was telling Kel when they first come out with these apps, I'm very skeptical of them. But with Necrophonic and Spiritus, which is from the same company, these are the first apps that I've ever used that I feel have really got something going for them because they've answered direct questions for me.
Instead of just being random.
Yeah, it wasn't random. I mean, it was like having a conversation back and forth.
And
Well,
it's like, there's this one called Ghostbox. Do not download it because it's fake.
yeah. I don't trust in all those apps, and I won't waste my money on them.
Well, this one is free.
No, you know, like the one you can get that's got the FR camera, you know, the FLIR,
Mm-hmm.
the infrared, that works really good. And you know that little box that you can get, and you put it on the end of your phone, so it
Mm-hmm.
makes your phone an infrared phone. Do you know
Yeah.
just for that box is $200?
Yeah, that app's expensive. Works.
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, really? I can get that more or less for free on my iPad.
I kind
That
of
stuff
wish
is crazy expensive.
I kind of wish the iPhones had infrared or night vision on their cameras.
Yeah, Phoenix, that's true. That's exactly what's going to happen because, you know, once you get a bunch of ignorant people that want to be trigger happy, thinking, oh, we're going to go find this thing. And when you go and you're trying to flush something out like that with the technology we have now, with the cameras and the drones, they're going to flush something out that they really don't want to get a hold of. Then it's going to be too late. Oh, I've killed Bigfoot, but Bigfoot killed everybody that was there, and all it's left is camera footage for us to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me pause this one. There we go. It's going to take a minute, guys. I've not used this in a long time.
I'm just going to see if it's going to come through because I'm asking them to on your box.
Well, it's going to take a minute to load, but it's getting there.
I'm just going to see. Like this is how I test things. I'm like, okay, this spirit, you go through that box, kind of thing.
Yeah, cool. Mm-hmm. What's everybody's weather like where you're at?
Cold as it.
Mine too. What about you, Belle? Phoenix and Rain? What's the weather like up your way? We had 70 degrees weather here the other day, and it was so beautiful. I didn't want the day to end.
Yeah,
Wednesday, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, it was really pretty. Well, come on, you slow ass thing. That's what I hate about this iPad. If I don't use the app in a while, it's just so slow. When I do go back to, reload it.
Because I know
Very cold at 30 degrees, foggy too. Ooh, it sounds like the places where I like to come and investigate.
I know with that app you're opening, it's not as harsh on my ears.
Right, that's why I'm opening this one first. And I don't know whether you guys knew or not, but the white noise that comes through, because Kel is a medium. She's already got people talking in her ear, and when I turn the spirit box on, it amplifies that 1,000 times over.
Yeah.
And it runs her crazy a little bit. That's why we're going to try necrophonic first, and then we're going to play around with the spirit box a little bit. Sometimes it's rainy and chilly. Other times it's warm to humid and sunny. Where are you from, Ray?
Here we go. Turn on some more lights so it won't be so dark.
Guys, later on I'm going to install an app so I can put a number out and you guys can call in and we'll get to hear your voice on our YouTube channel. We're going to start calling some people up to come on panel with us. I know that Belle don't like to do that. We just enjoy having her in our crowd.
Yes.
We enjoy all of you guys being here.
I can't find.
No snow here. Just oh wow, just Hawaii and the snow and rain. Are you from Hawaii?
Mahalo.
Oh my God, that's great. You're so lucky.
Mahalo.
I've got to ask you this question, Rain. Did you ever get the opportunity to meet Dog and Beth Chapman? Because if you did, that is so cool. My brother went there one time, and he came back and had their personal phone number for me, and I felt so privileged. And I was like, I'm going to keep this in a safe place.
And
then when we got ready to move, I couldn't find my number. Yes.
Mom. I mean, sis. Why do I call you mom? Anyway.
Your mom may be there with you.
Yeah, she is. Always.
Yes, she has been. That is so cool. Aloha to you too.
Yeah. I was telling Rhoda. Rhoda knows I know a little bit of Hawaiian because I had a Hawaiian friend.
Well, it's pretty cool that, I mean, it just blows my mind at how, a video can reach all over the world.
Yeah.
And I love to meet new people in different states. It's just so awesome. So, Rain, is there a lot of places in Hawaii to do paranormal investigations? Phoenix says her hero is Buford T. Pusser and Dog Chapman. I agree. Dog he's one of the best. Love him to death.
I think Rhoda.
His son came here in it was about 20 miles from my house, and the people that got to meet him, we was gonna go, but the church that they went to was they was a bunch of Ku Klux Klan members went there, and I didn't want to be around that crazy bunch right then and there, so I didn't go. But some of the bounty hunters that did go said that Leland was a little guy with a lot of punch, and I'm like, wow. Yeah, I hated it so bad when Dog's wife Beth passed away. That was so sad.
And the day. Sorry.
Okay, Spiritist is fixing to start. Wait a minute. I said necrophonic.
Well,
Spiritist.
Well, and I'll play with that one if that.
There we go. Both of them's up. I just shut Spiritist down.
All right. You know what?
I just don't like the facing on her on that one.
Okay, sis. We're
Yes.
talking about role models. You know who one of mine are.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yep. And then you got Zach Bagans.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing around here. I mean, that COVID's going everywhere. Okay, guys, I'm going to start this up.
You've been starting it up for 15 minutes.
Hey, girl, I got it this time. Who's with us right now? Can you say your name, please? Dalton? Who else is here with us? Goodbye? Who's saying goodbye? Are you leaving so soon? Can you hear it? Can you guys hear this?
I heard Dalton, and it's really deep, like Dalton.
Mm-hmm. Do you hear what they said? Hey, you.
And it was a female.
Or why are you being mean for? Cal. I said Cal.
I know it did. Hi.
Who said Cal? Can you give us your name, please? How many spirits is with us right now? 27. Then you guys better stand in line, because Kel can't handle y'all at one time. COVID.
Said Kel.
Do you have anything you want to say to a loved one that might be listening? Guys, usually when I can't figure out what they're saying, at the time I hear it, I'll go back and listen to it, and it's so clear then. You can't move what? Get out. I don't have to get out. You get out. Are you being mean? I am. Why? Why are you being mean? Isn't that one whispering? Now serving number 1, Phoenix says. Another strand from Brazil made it to America, and that's the 4th strand. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I was just telling my husband about that earlier.
How many think that most of these strands were maybe not already around, and everybody's just being too paranoid?
Could be.
Because I'm trying to think of it.
It said no one's listening. Yes, we are listening.
Well, if you talk more clearly and not be the ass, come through. Say my name.
It said come. Kel, it just said it, Kel.
Thank you.
Who else is in the chat? Can you talk to the people in the chat, please? Call your name out and see if they hear you.
Did I just hear stop it?
Just stop it.
It sounded.
Why do you want me to stop it? Do you not want to talk?
Stop it. That's the way it sounded, like someone going, stop it.
Do you not have anything you want to say?
My question is, does any of these spirits have anything to say to me?
He said, I cut her neck. Whose neck did you cut?
Down to the last couple things in her toolkit.
3 of them. It's dumb.
Yeah, I know you're dumb, but that's not what we're getting at. Come on.
Okay. It said okay.
Anything you want to tell Kel?
Dumb. Said, Kel, it's dumb.
He did, I heard that. Did it say I was dumb or it's dumb?
Oh, Kel. Are you being mean? Not me, he said. Come. Who are you telling to come? Do you have anything to say to anybody in the chat?
Besides tell Kel it's dumb.
The chat.
Spiritus Sancti.
We have Phoenix here. We have Rain. We have Southern Belle.
Did I just hear rain in that?
Yes. Who just said Rain's name? It's kind of like it's Barbara. Barber. Can you repeat that, please? Bob. He said Bob. Good day.
You know Hawaii's 6 hours behind us, Rhoda.
Wow. Wow. Get out. I said get out.
You know, you get out.
Can you guys hear this well?
Yeah.
Is there anyone in my chat that you would like to say hello to? Say your name so they know who you are.
If you don't say, who does Kel like?
Phoenix.
What you said? Did you just say my name, say my name?
She said, that was rude. Intellectually challenged was nice. Oh my God. Spirits, did you hear what Phoenix said?
No, you were laughing too hard.
I'm going to start snorting here in a few minutes. Oh my God. Yes, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Phoenix got me rolling over here. Whew.
What did she say?
Oh, here they said, wake up, Phoenix. Who said that? Let me try to find a spot to lay this down on, ladies.
Did you say?
I gotta be careful. Somebody said shit.
Yay, you are, aren't you?
I might, or a mic. Say your name. Who are you? Alan. Mike again. Phoenix says she is awake, spirits.
Oddly enough, ask the spirit that said his name was Alan. Ask him if his last name's Smith.
Alan, is your last name Smith that just came through on the app? Is your last name Smith, Alan? Alan, is your last name Smith? Yep.
Was it the same voice as earlier?
Yeah. 2 or 3 of them came through right then and there. Please slow down one at a time, spirits.
Ask Alan if he knows Kel.
Alan, do you know Kel? Yep.
I think I know who it is because I'm feeling their energy right now.
Dad. He said dad. My spirit.
Alan, am I your niece?
This said my spirit is a bad one.
Alan, am I your niece?
Alan Smith.
Mm-hmm. Alan, am I your niece? I'm making sure it's the right Alan.
Alan, is Kel your niece? Yeah. That sounded, I can't tell if that was a man or a woman. Guys, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. I hope it doesn't offend anybody. If it does,
No.
I'm sorry. How many spirits is with us right now? 4. Was you one of the spirits that was in here a while ago when I seen the ball of light? Alan Smith, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I've got a doll that does crazy things. Her face is gone. I've not tried to do any spirit box sessions with her since she busted on the front porch, but
is that
I
thing
may get
still doing stuff? I mean, because I thought after her the
Ellen.
face broke that the spirit was released.
No, it didn't stop crap. That did not stop crap. She's still doing stuff. If it's stuff that's around her, it'll somehow end up away from her. And the doll that I was telling you about that Kimmy bought from that thrift shop, the doll like Annabelle, the real Annabelle, that doll's been doing some crazy crap.
You got haunted stuff, and I would take better care of it than that one chick.
Yeah, I know.
Remember, I wanted that porcelain doll, and you're going to send it to me, and then the next day it broke.
Yep, the very next day. Leave? But I mean, I can't leave. This is my home. You'll have to leave. But if you're nice, you can stay around. No bad spirits are allowed in here.
Oh, I don't think
Please.
that spirit's bad. I think he's just being mischievous.
Say it. Say your name so someone might hear who you are. Gail? Can you hear it good, Kel? Because I want to know if they can hear it good too.
I can hear it.
Okay.
But I have ears like a dog, so.
Spirits, are you enjoying it being a full moon tonight?
It's not really a full moon tonight. It's going past that.
The wolf moon and the wolf moon?
Yeah. The Odin moon.
Yeah. Can you say hello? Say hello, chat room. You guys better start talking more. I'm going to get my spirit box out. Help? What do you need help with? What's out?
Well, go on. You're free. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
What do you want out from? Are you trapped? Yep.
Well, you're only trapped in your own hell, so you can move on. I mean,
Are you earthbound spirit?
the light's always there if you want to go in. You just have to want it.
Go into the light if you see the light. Ooh, that sounds creepy.
Ah, they're
Jezebel. Did you hear that, Jezebel?
well. Thank you.
Who's a Jezebel? Have you been messing with my television? Yes or no?
I heard my name again.
That's why I looked at you funny. Do you know that Kel senses you? I don't care. You want to talk to Kel? Said something's mad.
Sorry.
Who's mad? Allie? Give me the names of all the spirits that's here. Say your name one after another, please. He said,
No, I heard.
why are you cussing me? That's
All-
not nice.
Olive juice, you.
I'm going to call you Potty Ghost. Instead of Potty Mouth, Potty Ghost. Are you watching us every day? Or do you just come around when we call you? I'll go back when this live stream's over, and I'll be sitting here trying to listen to everything that was said. I guess where I've got my TV on, it's harder for me to focus and understand it, you know?
Well, pause your TV.
I think I will. I'll be right back.
Yo, guys, something just touched my shoulder. Did you guys see me go? I was like, hey, sis, I was just
Hey.
telling them, did you not see me shiver a few minutes ago? Well,
Yeah, why'd you do that?
like I have felt two hands on each side of my shoulder.
Wow.
It's my family that's moved on. They're here.
Let's see if somebody... Josh, are you here? Spice, we're calling out to you. You want to come and talk to me and Kel? Say your name if you're here, Josh. I'm here. Did you hear that? It said, I'm here.
Did it sound like him? Because it sounded like a woman to me.
It sounded like a woman that came through, but it said, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Who said that? Peter.
Peter?
Are you trying to fool me? Because that sounds like a female's voice.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Peter.
What is your real name? Did you hear
Soul?
that?
Did it say soul?
Z. Z. Put it together. Don't say it. I'm coming. So he just said again, get me stuttered up. If you're a bad spirit, you can't be here.
Oh, I don't think that's a bad spirit. I think it's just someone being stupid. Like one of the spirits trying to intimidate, trying to be mischievous. Because I don't sense anything bad.
If this woman was on panel right now, I would be pissing myself. He says, Peter the meter reader.
Well, I was just mocking the way the box said it because it sounded British. I was like, Peter.
I'm cool. He said, I'm cool.
Meg.
It just said Meg as soon as you said that. Spirits, come in. You're welcome. Speak to us, please.
What's my dog's name?
Oh my God, Kel. That sound like that just mocked what I said. Peter the meter reader. He said, Peter the meter reader. Are you trying to scare me with your whispering, deep, scary voice? Because you're not doing it.
I mean, I can sound more demonic than that thing.
Stop it. This thing's trying to scare me. You're not scaring me. You might as well give it another try, buddy. Are you a prankster spirit? Can be.
So does the other
Do you
app
have
work
anything
just
else?
like does that
Do
other
what?
app work just like that one?
We're gonna try it just for the shits and giggles of it. Then we'll try the
Spirit box?
spirit box. Yeah. Goodbye. Catch us on the other app. Catch you on the down low. Bye. Say bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay, hang on. Hey, this thing's supposed to not be doing this.
What's it did?
It went. Okay, guys, I'm starting up an app. It's almost like necrophonic. It's from the same people. It's called Spiritus. Welcome to Spiritus. And it shows this funny. Can you guys see that? That's what the front of it looks like. Okay. Go. Who said that? Who? What's your name? Bob? Bob Mon?
Sounds like say my name.
Can't.
Why not?
Forget it.
I'm not forgetting it. Say my name.
How many spirits is in this room right now? 6.
Now?
Now. Yes, now.
Say my name.
Run.
Phoenix, you're a bad girl. She said, hasta later, Peter.
Oh,
Did you say a bad word?
you sure did.
4.
For what? Tonight.
Tonight's the night.
For tonight? What's going to happen at 4 tonight? Hi. Boo. He said boo.
Ooh.
Hi. What's your name? Excuse me? Go. Would you like to say hello to the people in the chat? Hey.
I like to test these apps out because here's how I can tell they're real apps is if I can have a spirit say my name.
Yeah, Phoenix, I thought it said 2 bad words also.
Oh, it did. Say Rhoda's
Are
name.
My name's
Bad.
Bad. Janae.
Well, hello, Janae. Or is it Janae?
Feud.
Dude, totally radical.
Sound like said devil.
Said
Oh, Phoenix said that it said see you next Tuesday.
this.
This?
Boy, that guy sounds nice.
Go ahead. Yeah. Your words are coming through. Go ahead. Head.
Say my name.
Why?
Because I want to hear you say it.
Crap. Who's it? What?
Don't know. That one was fast.
Decide.
Decide what?
Did any of you guys make that out?
I just got a pain on the side of my head.
What was that girl's friend? Because she just came to me real strong just now, Kate. The girl, the lady that went missing.
Mm-hmm.
What was her name? Remember me asking you the very next morning, have you picked up anything on her?
I know, but I don't remember her name. I thought it started with an A. It's going to bug me now.
Yeah, me too. Meg. We heard Meg a while ago. Is there a Meg here? Or does any of you know a Meg that's passed on?
Unless it's just mocking me what I did like a little bit ago. Because I do Family Guy quotes all the time.
Slop.
Did it just say slop?
Hang on, let me. Okay.
Hey, I don't sure right now how you spell
ULCER. Come here, Phoenix. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Come here. Come on, Miss Sugar. Let him see you. Say hello. Say hi. This is Kimmy's dog, Kel. I showed you Phoenix, haven't I?
Yeah.
He's a big loving baby. That's why I went crazy over Phoenix's name. I'm like, yeah, we got a Phoenix in our family.
Look at his blue eye. So blue.
Did you say blue or did this thing say blue?
Both.
I know. I know. Yeah. Did you hear that? He looked at that thing and went, shook his head.
It sounded like it just did a Star Wars thing. I sounded like it went pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, it did. Oh, Phoenix said she thought I was talking about her. She said, I want kisses too.
When you said, here, Phoenix, I was like, what?
I wanted Phoenix to see our Phoenix.
I'm always showing old shiny pants over here, Ruby.
Okay, spirits, since you're not talking much on here,
Let's do the spirit
we're going
box
to
first.
say goodbye to you and turn the spirit box on. Goodbye.
See if they talk better on that.
Said, see you.
See you in a bit if you talk on the spirit box.
Okay. Let me get my spirit box.
Phoenix, go Phoenix. Yeah, I know he's just a baby. He's just a baby, Mama.
You can tell we're animal lovers.
Big time.
We talk to them like they're like little bitty babies.
Because they are our little babies.
And they'll probably, why are you talking to me that way?
Let me tell you, I want a monkey.
Those things are.
Thank you. Said Phoenix is beautiful.
As long as it's not
He's
like
a handful.
Michael Jackson's monkey, he had bubbles. That thing got
Oh
dangerous.
God. I'm telling I want me a little spider monkey.
Name
I'm
it.
telling you know,
Alrighty.
if I had a big enough place, I would love to take in, like start up an organization to where people that didn't want their animals, don't matter what they are, that I'll have a big enough place to keep them and let them carry out their days on a farm. You know what I mean?
Here. I mean, I have a farm, you know.
I know. A big one at that. A big one.
I'd like another pup, please.
Yeah, you've been talking about wanting to get Ruby a
Companion.
friend. Hello, spirits. Can you come in and talk with us tonight, please? I'm here. How many spirits are here with us in the room right now? What's your name? Can you say it a little clearer, please? It's what my sleep rate is. Okay. Is there anyone in the chat that you'd like to say hello to? Please give us your name. Did you hear that, Gail?
What?
Trying to see if you caught that name that came through. You can come and talk through the spirit box, please.
Oh, quit beating. I'm sad.
Ah, Ruby. There's Miss Ruby Jane.
She does not look happy.
Be looking at so serious.
Yes, she's not in a good mood right now.
They'll wake you up.
Henry,
Is Rudy there?
yeah, me too, Phoenix. She said she was brought up to treat house pets like they were exactly like family members, and that's how we treat our babies. They're like our kids.
Yes, my baby. I raised her from when she was 2 weeks old. Remember that, Rhoda?
Spirits. Phoenix said she's not meaning any disrespect. She's just joking around. So if any of you took offense, we're all just joking. We're not being disrespectful. It's good to have a laugh once in a while.
Yeah.
Such a cute little pug, Phoenix said.
Yeah. See, I've
Well,
bottle fed Ruby when she was.
we want to get started. We want to hear from you guys. Come and speak with us, please.
Ruby's just not
I
having it.
want to know who the spirit was that was in my living room a while ago. I called you. Who was you? Who was you? Who was you? What is your name?
I love that kind of
Who was the bottle of light that went right up in my face in here a while ago? What is your name? Better yet, who was the spirit that knocked on Kel's wall? It was me. What's your name, me? I said the pencil on it doesn't do any better. Philippe? Does anybody know a Philippe?
We did from Weave, but it didn't sound like Philippe.
No, he was something else too, wasn't he? Peace. Well, we get peace back. Hi.
Hi.
Have a chat with us. We want to talk with you. That's awesome, she said.
What's awesome?
What's awesome? Come on, spirits. I figured you guys will be chatting away tonight.
But, well, they're not. They're just being playful. Is it because of the full moon?
Bless you. Bless you too. Two bless yous came through. Then it just sounded like one said F you.
I want to know.
Who's that mean spirit cussing?
He's been cussing on all three of them. I wonder if it's that mean spirit that gave my head a hurt. Because right here in my temple, right there, I feel like someone dug their finger in it.
Oh, God. Who's the spirit making Kel's head hurt? Somebody evidently is wanting to speak through you, Kel, or wanting you to speak for them. Who are you? What is your name? If you want Kel to speak for you, say your name.
That's what I've been trying to get at.
What do you see? Or what do you see? What do you see? See, are you guys seeing anything around you, Kel? Are you seeing anything?
No.
Oh my God. Phoenix said it's Friday. All the ghosts are in the club getting tipsy.
I just imagine Casper getting lit.
Hey, can you imagine? I bet there are ghosting clubs. Well, I bet you there are.
I don't know. Ask Bob Mackey. His is a country honky
Yeah.
tonk.
I want to go there.
Yeah, I just honestly, I want to meet Bob Mackey.
Spirits, can you please say your name? Say your name out so people can hear you.
I'm surprised Phoenix hasn't said this as many times as we said it. Say my name, say my name. I'm baby, and calling me baby.
Listen, hi. Listen through this, guys. I'm gonna run and make me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. I'm just a hopping and skip away.
Nah, I won't do it. I was going to share. Spirits. Is there anybody who would like to say? Is there any interdimensional beings that would like to say hello? Is there any that would like to say hello? You notice since Rhoda walked away, Spirit Box hasn't been doing. Spirit Box, what's my so is there any spirits who are wanting to talk? Is my family around me? Spirit Box?
I heard it say, I knew you. Spirits don't want Kel taking. Wait, spirits don't want Kel talking. They keep making her cut out. Could be, guys. We all know how they can manipulate things. Let me tell you, I know Phoenix and I know Southern Belle was in here the other day. I went to use my spirit box. Kel has a spirit that's attached to her. Her name is Amberly. And right before we started the live stream, Kel looked at me and laughed, and she's like, Amberly don't want you to use that spirit box. And when I went to turn the spirit box back on after the first time, my spirit box started making all kinds of weird noises. Just put brand new batteries in it. That dang thing would not play until tonight.
Yep. She's not around me either. She hates that thing.
She's like, I ain't coming near that witch tonight. She's gonna use that damn spirit box.
I will say she's the one of them that did say Kel first when we were using that other app.
Nikki? Anybody know a Nikki?
Me.
Nikki, you're so fun, you blow my my coffee's getting me jittery.
I know. I'm like the side of my head's hurting. It needs to go away. Like ASAP, please.
Guys, I don't drink soda or Cokes and stuff like that. This is what I drink.
Hey, that is a lie. Because the first live, I could go back and you were drinking a Coke.
Well, that's true. But guess what that Coke did to me?
What?
That Coke hurt my kidneys where I don't drink them. You guys ever get a craving for something that you don't ordinarily drink, and then when you get it because you got that craving, you just want to gorge it?
Yep.
And then you don't drink any water to flush it? Oh my God. It tears my stomach up. Phoenix said, Wendy twerks. Wendy twerks. Now see, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I could take Phoenix on a ghost hunt because she'd have me kissing my pants like. Well, spirits, we're tired of hearing this white noise come through here, and we're going to say goodbye. And we're going to talk about something else. Maybe Kel can do a reading for somebody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Tomorrow night, I'm going to move my location so maybe I'll get better signal.
I'm
And
glad.
here, I know you hate it. Well, I was going to hook it up to that amplifier and
Yeah,
see if I could find some of the white noise out, but I didn't feel like getting up and going through all my ghost stuff looking for that amplifier. But we'll do that. Well, Kel, see if anybody wants you to do a reading for them or get your pendulum out.
I don't feel like walking up.
Girl,
Ruby is in my. Ooh, why am I hearing a
a what?
Ooh.
That's on your end, sister, because I'm not getting. Something's wanting to talk to you.
It's like
This Spirit Phoenix said bye. Peace be with you. In Jesus' name. Amen, sister.
yes.
Well,
Sweet Jesus of yeah.
bells.
I'm letting my head like try to recuperate.
Yeah, that spirit box really messes you up.
That other one that you used didn't because it didn't. The white noise was better in it.
What
Mm-hmm.
the necrophonic. That's what I'm saying. When I'm on my porch or I'm in my garage, which these things in the garage anyway.
Ooh,
But
you should go there and see
well, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather wait till tomorrow night and do it that way. I can set my equipment up down there because it's cold as a witch digger's ass out there. In a brass bra, Dwayne said.
I've never heard of a digger, but I've heard it's colder than a boob and a brass.
Yeah, it's colder than a witch tits in a brass bra.
What kind of person would wear a brass bra to begin with?
Hey, they make them, girl. They made chastity belts out of that too. You know what a chastity belt is?
Yeah, but we ain't gonna go there.
Oh, but we are. We are gonna go there because I got a story to tell.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
this is a true story, guys. My hand to God. I promise I'll never tell you a lie about anything. Kel knows me. When I tell you stuff, you can take it to the bank. Anyway, we got when you have a baby, how you'll get a baby monitor, right? Well, when I had Kimberly, my youngest daughter, I went and got a baby monitor because when when I'd put her to sleep in her baby bed, I would step outside to smoke cigarettes or I'd, pick up around my yard, be messing with my flowers or whatever. Just different stuff. Well, I was sitting there with the baby monitor and I heard a woman crying. And she was begging, please don't do this to me. And I'm like, what the hell? Where's that coming from? Well, I thought it was coming from inside my house. I jump up and I run in my house like somebody done broke in my house to around my baby. So my husband comes home from work and I said, I heard a lady crying. And it was coming over the baby monitor. He said, then you're picking up someone close that's on the same road we're on. Well, we kept listening, and you could hear this woman begging, somebody, God, please, somebody come help me. Get me out of here. 2 weeks went by, guys. And A neighbor had moved into this apartment. We knew the woman was on the street, but we had no clue where. This neighbor had moved in this empty apartment. The one that was next to the neighbor was the one the lady was in. This guy got mad at her because she didn't want to be with him. Oh, this is awful, y'all. The neighbor heard her screaming through the wall. They called the law. Next thing we know, there's about 15 cop cars lined up the road. They've got the ambulance. I mean, people coming in white suits and carrying out bags and stuff. I'm like, what the heck has just happened down there? Well, that man had literally drilled holes in the floor and put anchors in them. Had this lady chained up. Sewed her private parts up with wire. Yeah. It was bad, dude. They got that woman out of there. They took that man to prison. And you know, that lady had to go through all kinds of surgeries down there, what he had did to her. They said it was god awful. The scene, I mean, she was laying in her own feces, guys, where this demon was doing that to her. And when we got that news, I was so terrified, thinking, oh my God, my kids walked up and down that road every day getting off the bus, and she walked right by that sicko's house.
Did he say why?
Because she didn't want to be with him, and he didn't want her being with nobody else. So he went to her house and kidnapped her and brought her back to his apartment and chained her up and drugged her. And then he sewed her privates up with speaker wire. Yeah, that was bad. That truly happened.
So trigger warning after the fact that you told that story.
Yeah, that was scary.
Damn, I think that's scarier than any paranormal story.
Needless to say, yeah, Phoenix has got these emojis up with like, yeah. Let me tell you, I needless to say, I moved the hell off that street after that. Even though the guy got life in prison, that was just enough for me. I was already, you know, strict as hell on my kids anyway, but after that happened, I really, really buckled down to the point that it made my kids hate me. Well, I ain't gonna say they hate me. They hated me. It made them mad at me because I was so worried that something would happen to one of my girls. And then we let them walk to the video store down below our house. I mean, directly down from our house. Thank God my husband was watching. He had went down below to our neighbor's house and was talking to our neighbor, and he seen this red car going around the block. And it kept going around the block. Well, it went up to where my daughters had went to the video store. And when my girls were coming back out of the video store, Dwayne heard my daughter Angie say, "You sick freak, you need to get away from us." He was trying to get my baby daughter Kimberly to come to his car.
Wow.
And Angie told Kimmy, she said, "You grab my hand and you come on." And Dwayne screamed and said, "Get your sister and get here now." He had done, him and the neighbor was done pulling out in the car. Dwayne chased that dude down, and the guy thought he was going to get away from him. He cornered him at the car wash, and he said, "Well, what was you doing up there talking to, you know, little kids?" Which Angie was 13 at the time, but she didn't look it. Kimmy was 7. And Angie told us everything. He was offering them money and everything to get in the car with him. First said that we told him to come and get them. My kids knew better because I'd schooled them on that stuff. I said, don't never let anybody ever tell you that your mom and dad's hurt and they sent, you know, we sent somebody to come and get them. I said, because that's not the facts of anything. I said, you run as fast as you can to a neighbor's house.
Yep.
That stuff got crazy, and Dwayne beat the shit out of that guy. And his wife pulled up because she seen the guy taking off in that car, and she didn't know what was happening. Dwayne said, "You better put your dog on a chain." He said, because he's going to lose his life if I catch him back around my girls again. And then when that lady's like, well, what'd he do? Dwayne brought Angie up there and he said, tell that lady what he said to you. And Angie was telling what he said. And he was saying some pretty sick shit.
Mhm.
And the other one, I said, he better thank God that was you that went up there instead of me, because I would have probably knocked his head off or something.
Damn.
Yeah. That was crazy time.
What time is it, sis?
It's 12:30, monkeys. It's 12:15.
Wow, do you believe we've actually been on this live since 10, right? It's
Yeah.
12:05.
Wow. Well, being that you said it's that late,
I know I could do this forever, except I gotta take something for my head now.
yeah, I see I noticed your head was hurting a while ago. Guys, we want to thank all of you for coming in and hanging out with us tonight. Tomorrow night, I'll post it if we're going to go and do a live, but I am going to move to a different spot, see if we can get better.
Ghosties.
Help me out here. Yeah. And it's been fun. I've enjoyed. It's none for Phoenix.
Yeah, I know
It's
Do you know that we should do this every weekend if you're feeling up to it?
yeah, we can. But they may be some weekends that I won't be able to, because when it starts getting warmer weather, you know where I'm going to be. But here's the thing, guys. I might, if my signal will be strong enough, we can live stream from the locations that we're going to be going to.
Yeah, and I could do
I
some
know.
viewing. Ooh.
Yeah, I'd like to take you guys to some of the places that I'm going to be investigating, and have Kel to see what she can pull out from her end on a live stream. But it's been fun having you guys here,
Yeah.
and we're going to start trying to get some of you guys to come up on panel with us. I think it would make it a lot more funner. Phoenix, she's had me rolling over here tonight. It's been fun and I've enjoyed it. But like I said, tomorrow night, if I don't go ghost hunting, I will be posting it up around 7:30, 8 o'clock if we're going to be on here at 10.
Yep.
And I'm going to get some things together so it'll be a better stream tomorrow night. But you got to come back and hang out with us tomorrow night, please.
Mm-hmm. And since Phoenix on my Facebook page, I will share the link with her too if we go live.
Yeah, cool
We can
deal,
share it
Lucille.
out.
Guys, God bless you. Be safe.
And kind to
And if you have
everyone.
a heart, yes. And don't forget to say your prayers. God bless you all. Good night.
Peace out.
I love you, sis.
Love you too.
Bye, ladies. Well, I guess I better end this. See you guys. Kel's head started hurting, didn't it? Good night. Love y'all too.